Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and this brand new video on this brand new channel. Sorry that the intro is like this, but I did have to cut the other video into two. As I promised, today is Tuesday, December 10th. It's not the morning, but you know what? It's Tuesday and the video's up. So please subscribe to this channel if you are not already. On this channel, I'm going to be documenting my baby journey, my pregnancy journey, and also doing some random beauty videos, some vlogs, mukbangs, basically everything that is not true crime. So thumbs up this video if you are excited for more. And if you have not seen my pregnancy reveal video, I will leave it linked down below and also up above. Be sure to check that out. And yeah, so basically I'm going to get into the day that I found out I was pregnant. So if I have to come back to voiceover, I will come back. But basically, I thought I had breast cancer, and I think I can continue with the other footage from there. Okay, I love you guys. Okay, so this video could be like 2 hours long because there's a lot that happened leading up to me finding out that I was pregnant. The main thing that occurred was my man. After we got back from Hawaii, we went there for his birthday. His birthday is in October. So after we came back, I was laying in bed and he playfully, you know, we're in a loving, committed relationship, but he grabbed my girl, one of my girls, and he noticed that he felt a lump that was not there before. And I'm pretty sure he is familiar with them more than I am myself. And when he pointed it out to me, I freaked out. I think I may have mentioned this in my like starting Lexapro video. I can't remember exactly. This baby brain has got me all like confused. I honestly thought I had breast cancer, and they still want to do an ultrasound on my breast. I still have to set that up. Ultrasound company, they do imaging. So I have my OBGYN obviously, and he has his own tech that does ultrasounds, but that's for like not looking for cancer in like your breast. That is for the baby. So I went and saw my primary care doctor, and I do have some clips from this. Like, I really do, because I thought I was going to document my experience in case I did find out that I had breast cancer, because a lot of women suffer from that. And I never want anybody to feel alone when they're going through something hard. Like, I don't. That's why I'm so open about my emotions and stuff like that on the internet. I stopped being so open for a while because of, you know, the horrors that I was put through, but I genuinely like to think that I can help other people, even if it's just sharing something that I've gone through, so they don't feel so alone, because there's nothing worse than going through something really difficult and feeling like you're completely alone and you're the only person. And it's not that you want other people to hurt like you, but the reality, sadly, is that there are so many people going through so many difficult things. So it's rare that it would be you and only you going through that thing. So that's one of the reasons. So basically, there are more than one lumps in my breast, and I'm freaking out. I'm really scared. I don't know what to do. You know, the statistics apparently are 1 in 8 women will have breast cancer. Apparently, if you have never had a full-term baby before the age of 30, you have a higher risk also. I think it said something like if you start your period later, you have a higher risk. I didn't start my period until I was like 16. It was 6 days after my 16th birthday. Just so many things that are freaking me out pretty badly, and I don't know what to do. You know, I'm just praying.
Good morning. Have an appointment today?
Yeah, 10 o'clock. Amber.
Responsibility form for you to fill out. We just renew it early.
Okay.
It's annoying, I know.
That's fine.
1 second, I'm sorry.
But, so I'm sitting on the table in a paper sheet and I'm laying down, right? And I kind of looked down at my chest and I looked at my nipples. I can say that, right? Hopefully that's not offensive. And I noticed that it looked like I had goosebumps on my nipples. And I was like, that's different. That wasn't there before. No, pretty sure that wasn't, my nipples weren't like that before, unless I was cold, right? And not only that, like I have implants. And before I had implants, I was like a AA. And so my implant size are 550 cc's and they are the gummy bear boobs. And they're great. They are massive now. They're heavy. They're really heavy and very, very, very sore. Personally, I have never experienced tenderness and soreness like this during a period, ever. I know a lot of people like say that pregnancy symptoms and period symptoms are the same or like very similar, but for me, not even. Maybe some of the food cravings a little, but not, no. So I'm looking down and my fake breasts that are typically, you know, I think they look nice. I mean, but my skin, you know, I don't have a lot of breast tissue. So, I mean, you can tell that they're fake, but they sit nice. They sit like this without a bra on. I got very fortunate with this doctor. So I'm looking down and they almost look worn. They look natural. They look big, but natural, almost like there's like a teardrop shape to them. It's hard to explain without showing. And I was like, So that combined with me thinking, okay, I haven't started my period, but again, my period has not been consistent ever. And I was like, no. So I started Googling little, what did I say? Like, not like little bumps, but like goosebumps on your nipples. Like, is that a sign of cancer, breast cancer? And it brought up early pregnancy signs. And I was like, so I took my phone and I'm sitting there and I'm talking, and I'm gonna try to include this if I still have it or whatever, if it makes sense and as long as I'm not showing anything. And I'm like, I think I'm pregnant. And I'm literally talking to my phone as the doctor walks in. I think I might actually be pregnant. Holy.
How are you? Good.
So the doctor feels my breast, and this was another thing. He felt what I was talking about.
Tender?
I'm just hyper aware of it now, so it just makes me feel kind of nauseous.
It feels like breast tissue, but I think we should probably do a picture just to be on the safe side. All right, step out, let you get dressed, okay?
And he said, well, I can't tell you 100% for certain, but that feels like breast tissue. He said, but I'm still going to schedule imaging, you know, so we can be sure. And you have implants and you have no fat on you, basically. So we can't do a mammogram. It wouldn't do you any good. So we have to do an ultrasound. And they'll do an ultrasound. So I said, okay. I was still really worried, you know, like breast cancer runs on both sides of my family, maternal and fraternal grandparents. So then I start craving grocery store sushi from Fry's. There's a Fry's that I love out here. It's kind of in like the nicer part of town, but they have like a sushi bar there and it's so good. But I usually just get like the prepackaged sushi. So I was craving this sushi and I was like, I'm gonna get some on my way home. So I get some, and then I start looking around at other stuff, and I get to the aisle where there's like the toiletries and stuff like that. And I'm like, I haven't taken a pregnancy in a while, a pregnancy test in a while. I was like, I'm just gonna get one. So I don't get the cheapest one, but I get one with two that's like the store brand one, which is fine. So I get home and I set the groceries and I'm really thinking about it. And I'm thinking like, shit. So I started listening to pregnancy symptom videos on my way home. And a lot of things that these people were saying, I was like, the one thing that really, besides what my breasts look like, was the smell thing. So the day before, sometimes Honey Bunny, she sleeps with us, but sometimes she loves to drink a lot of water, and I don't like to not keep water with her at night. I just feel weird. But she'll get up like 4 or 5 times sometimes and drink water. I hear her like at her little bowl because her little collar will hit the middle of her dish. So sometimes she has an accident under the bed, and usually it's on my side, and she pees. And typically, I don't even notice it. I don't check every day. I don't consciously think of her having accidents every day, but like if I go to get something off from under the bed, I'll see a dry pee spot, and I'm like, Buns. Well, the day before, I'm pretty sure it was the day before, 2 days before, that week, I wake up and all I smell is urine. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Buns, like what? So I mopped for nearly 3 hours. There was more than, I think there was like 2 dried ones in the middle underneath the bed that I couldn't even see. I ended up moving everything so I could really like deep clean our bedroom floor. And I found the one where it was like the most recent one. And I cleaned the floor with bleach. It dried. I could still smell it. I could smell the urine. So then I used Pine Sol, and 3 hours later, I still, like, my boyfriend came home and I'm like, do you smell that? I'm like, it smells like urine. I'm like, I'm like, all I smell is urine. So one of the symptoms of early pregnancy, an early pregnancy symptom is a very keen sense of smell. And luckily it's dissipated a little bit. I still have it. Like I can smell, like when something's bad, I'm like, I have to run or I might throw up. But I was thinking about that when I got home. So I take the pack to the bathroom before even putting all the groceries away. And I may or may not have vlogged any of this. If I did, I will include this, but we'll see. And I sit down and I'm like, there's no way. And I'm like, it's also, and I was like, should I wait till the morning? Because I read, and anytime I've ever taken a pregnancy test, the HCG, is it HCG? The pregnancy hormone is higher in the mornings when you have like a brand new pee. And I was like, I don't want to wait. I was like, I'll just take one, you know, it's going to be negative, and then I'll take the other one in the morning just to be safe, right? So I sit down, I grab it, I pee, I set it down, I'm moving my hand away from the thing. It's positive. Hey guys, editing Amber here. So I realized that clip looks a little dramatic, and I'm not even including the whole thing because it's basically like, I think it's like 30 seconds or a minute of me pacing the house like a crazy person, breathing really deeply. I really was in shock. I don't think I can quite describe to you guys how much I was not expecting to be pregnant, even though it came to me while I sat on the table at the doctor's office. Even though those things like were in my head, I have never ever felt like this, and I don't know how to explain it. Like it just probably the hormones were going through my system as well, you know, the pregnancy hormones. So it was a lot. It was a lot, but I am happy. We're very happy, just so you guys know. I can't remember if I took the second one immediately or if I called my sister first. I think I called my sister first. And then, yeah, while I was on the phone with her, crying, I don't think I've paced more in my life, just because it was so like unexpected. Not that I was like, oh my God, this is terrible, like whatever, but it was really unexpected. And I just felt like I couldn't breathe. And if I'm being totally honest, my boyfriend and I had a pretty deep conversation the night before, because I felt really sensitive and really sad. And hindsight, now I know why. Like it makes sense. And like he's the best. He's so sweet. He has a crass sense of humor sometimes, but that's just who he is. But he's like a very, very kind person. He's a great man. He's a great son. He has the sweetest father and mother. His dad is so sweet though. He stayed with us for a few weeks because he also has some heart things, but he's so much better now. So yeah, my boyfriend is incredibly kind and sweet and loving, and he's so excited for our baby. I'm so excited. But I felt like, the best way to describe it is I felt like I was trapped. Not that the situation was trapping me, but like my body, I felt like I was just, I don't know how to explain it other than the fact that I felt like I was suffocating. I feel like the walls were closing in on me. It's the most bizarre thing because it's such a beautiful feeling now, like I'm pregnant, but it wasn't even like, oh my God, like I don't want a baby or like my boyfriend's gonna get mad. It wasn't that, it was just like shocking. I just don't know how to explain it other than I was in shock. And I was like also recounting like our conversation the night before and so many things, like the medication I just started, like, oh my God, like we drank in Hawaii, you know, like all of these things were just hitting me. And I just like, so, you know, so my boyfriend came home and I took the, okay, so I took the second one with my sister on the phone, and God bless her. She was at work and she talked to me for like a while, like her whole lunch break. And she's like, maybe it's the, you know, cause he used a generic version pregnancy test. So then I go to Walgreens, like I said before, I take another pregnancy test, this time the clear blue version. Again, it's positive like that. And I'm just like, whoa. So long story short, my boyfriend gets home and we're just sitting there and I don't know. I'm like, do I tell him right now? Do I wait until like the weekend? Like, what do I do? I didn't know what to do. So this was November 21st. If I'm wrong, I'll put the right date on here. But I know because we went to Planned Parenthood. So after the 4th test was positive, he's like, okay, well, everything's okay. I love you. And he was like holding me. He's like, it's okay. We're going to figure this out. Like, it's okay. I'm not mad. Shocked. And I'm like, yeah, I'm shocked too. Cause we never even talked about having kids. Like it's a new relationship. And we both never, I mean, we both have talked at different times, like, oh, you know, like I've never been the girl that wants kids. Like it's never been my thing. I don't, you know, like if it happens, cool, but it's not something that I ever thought would happen. I also never thought I would be in a relationship like this ever. I didn't know this kind of relationship existed. So then I look up Planned Parenthood and we find out that the cutoff time to get a pregnancy test is 4 o'clock, I think. Long story short, we make it there. We're the last persons to get seen. So they, you know, have me pee in a cup. And I guess they don't do blood tests anymore unless it's medically necessary or something. Like even when I went to my OBGYN and my primary care doctor, they didn't do a blood test. They took urine and they said, my hormone levels are so high, there's no question I'm pregnant. So at Planned Parenthood, they wouldn't even let him go back with me to talk to me. I felt so bad because I was like, I want him to come. And I guess they do it in case like a girl is under duress or like a woman's under duress. She's like, okay, well, you're very pregnant. And I said, is it very, you know, like 100% accurate? She said, you know, sometimes the test will come up and it'll be a little faint. So there might be a question there. She said, no, your hormone levels are very high with the pregnancy hormone. So that was confirmed. And so we left and he was so sweet. I could tell he was in shock, but so was I. And then ever since then, we just kind of, as each day goes by, we just like are obsessed with the idea of being parents. We are so happy. Like even last night we were talking at dinner and he was just like, I love you so, I'm so in love with you. And his eyes are like sparkling. And he's like, you're gonna be such a good mom. And he calls me his mamacita, chiquita, bonita, princesita. It's so cute.
Okay guys, so that is it for this video. What do you think? Anybody relate to anything like this? I honestly cannot believe I'm pregnant still. It's wonderful, but it's every day I'm like, this is so weird. It's crazy. But I don't mean that in a negative way. As you can see from my Planned Parenthood paperwork, they had estimated that my due date was going to be the end of June. But when I went to my OBGYN, which, you know, I do have the ultrasound and everything, it was amazing. We heard the baby's heartbeat not only during the ultrasound, but also with that, what is it called? A Doppler? Do you know what I mean? That little machine that they have inside the rooms. Anyway, he said because of where the baby's position is and because I'm thin, he said that it was easier to hear the baby's heartbeat, even though at that time I was only 9 weeks. So Planned Parenthood was a week off with the estimation based off of my last period. But anyways, my due date is now July 3rd. So I'm very excited. Thank you guys for subscribing to this channel. Like this video if you're excited for more videos. I have a ton of vlogs that I filmed for this channel. I'm really happy. And yeah, there's going to be a new video soon. I will have a schedule for this channel soon. Yeah, so make sure you're subscribed, turn on your post notifications, and also to my main channel. That way you never miss a video. I also have an Instagram and a Twitter, so those will be linked down below as well. I love you guys so much. I'm so excited for this journey, and thank you for being here with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please remember to always be kind to yourself and others, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be soon. And I definitely have a main channel video coming either tonight or tomorrow. I love you so much. Mwah.